Hi guys! So we are on our first full day of the readathon and I haven't read anything. Have you?
So
very little.
Well, you have. You were reading at 1
I was
in the morning.
I don't know if that counts. To me that's like last night, not this morning. And I only read like the first full chapter of the Abraham Lincoln book. So far, not doing that well. Instead, we've been running errands and editing and all that kind of stuff. I have my book with me though, so as we're out and about today, if anything's gonna get done, I have a book with me. Alright guys, I'll see you soon. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Alright. So I'm just going to give you a little update. We just got home from the gym, so we no longer have legs that work correctly because it was leg day. Hot, disgusting, fluffy haired. And I just wanted to give you a little update. I am going to take a shower and lay in bed and try to get some reading done. I am on chapter 2 of Abraham Lincoln, and which is like page 39. I haven't gotten even this done today. I've been reading this at night. I may have to switch this to daytime depending on how disturbing it gets. And then I've also been reading The Sun is Also the Star. I got some reading in earlier today while I was editing, and I've read about 80 pages today, so not a lot, but we've been kind of busy with church and running some errands. I'm on page 140 on this one. So, I've gotten a little bit of reading done today, and I'm hoping to get some more done tonight, and then quite a bit done tomorrow, because we have nowhere to go tomorrow.
I do have a place to go.
Crazy?
No, I get to go on my computer and watch fairy tale all day.
No, you don't.
Most
Can
of
you
the day.
proof
You
wash?
have homework to do tomorrow.
After I
For
do
like
it.
4 days.
No, I'm not doing 4 days in one day.
Why not?
Because I'm too lazy to do
You
that.
neglected 4 days. You have to do 4 days.
I didn't neglect 4 days. You want to give me the computer.
Can you proof wash Rick and Morty?
Can he see himself? Jeffrey.
Yeah, he's trying to act sexy.
Ooh, sexy kitty.
No, you're not.
Alright, so...
Oh, you saw that?
Oh god, your breath is rank, dude.
You're gonna cut this part out, right?
Nah.
Hi.
Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye! Hey guys. I'm just doing a little update. I look like garbage because I've been lazy all day and it's in the middle of the afternoon now. I've been reading. I'm a little more than halfway through now. I really like this book, but it's really depressing at the same time. How do you read a book where you're fairly certain you know where it's going? I mean, it's about deportation. It's only going to go one of two ways. Either she gets deported or she doesn't. And the whole book is just... it's so pretty. I'm kind of heartbroken over the whole thing because I don't want her to move. I also did a couple of sticker videos, which are going to be coming up this next week. And now I'm going to go back to reading. Say hello, Jin Jin. Say hi. Hi, the Jin Jin. Oh, yep, sniff, sniff, sniff. You the Jin Jin? Oh, this is my companion. I don't know about that one, though. I mean, he's pretty cute, too. So, side note, the lights in this house turn everything yellow. I'm thinking I look a little Oompa Loompa-ish. What do you think? Is it good look on me? Do I make a good Oompa Loompa? Okay. I finished it. One book of my 5 down, and I'm having a little bit of a book hangover from it. It was the best and the worst book that I've read in a long time. This book messes with your emotions from start to finish. I laughed, seriously, out loud, cracked up laughing. I cried, and I'm everywhere in between. It was a really amazing book. If you want to read it, I highly suggest it. I will have to think of more eloquent things to say for my wrap up or a book review or whatever it is we do next. But as of right now, 1 book down, 4 to go. And I have a slight book hangover. So I'm not sure what to pick up next, because I'm not in the mood for a Lincoln right now. Lincoln's been kind of a bedtime read. I tried reading it last night, but I was too tired and I fell asleep instead. But if it gets scary, I might have to move it. I don't do scary well. I'm weird. I love it, but my body doesn't handle it weird, right? So I have to keep it to short little intervals. So I've got a mid-grade book and 2 contemporaries left. So I have no idea what to read next. I'll figure it out though. Hi guys. So it is Tuesday, and that makes it day Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, day 4. Last night I read a couple more chapters of The Vampire Hunter, and I'm officially switching this to my day book, not my night book, because I was a little bit fanatical about making sure that all the doors were locked last night before I went to bed, because I have issues, a very overactive imagination, and a vampire book make me worry about home security. So I'm switching this to my day book. Hopefully I'll actually be able to finish it today, because it's really picking up. So I will let you guys know later. Bye. Hi guys. So I'm Red. I haven't left the house today until now, but the lights, the camera, I've got to find a better camera. If you guys know of a good, like camera to use for this kind of stuff, for like vlogging and just basic videos that I put up on my channel, let me know, because I'm curious. So I read Abraham Lincoln's Vampire Hunter most of the day. I got through about half of it. I'm like on page 180-ish. And hubby came home and he now wants to go work out. I drank too much liquid and now I don't feel so good, but whatever. And then we're probably going to go hit biology, because what's a really great, nutritious after workout dinner? Pizza. Duh. So how are you doing your reading?
I put like 3 or 4 more pages.
For a solid what, like 20?
No, I think I'm on 55, something like that.
Someone has some work to do. Alright, well, so that's us, looking amazing and stellar and going to the gym. See you guys later. Hi guys. I didn't get any reading done last night. So yesterday, after I vlogged with you last, we went to the gym and we got pizza because, of course, biology is healthy, right? Made it vegan. But we came home after our little mini date, and that was it. Watched some YouTube, went to bed, didn't sleep well, woke up to an earthquake. And really the only thing I have on my itinerary, besides a couple of things that have to get done today, is reading. And I'm trying so hard. I want to get through 3 books. I know it doesn't seem like a lot to some people, and it seems like a ton to others, but I don't read very fast, and so the idea of getting in 3 books this week would be amazing, but I'm still only halfway through the vampire one. It's not that it's slow, 'cause it's not. It's actually a lot of fun to read. It's not, I don't know, it's just taking me a while to read it. And I'm a slow reader anyway, so. But I'm going to try to get some more reading done and not fall asleep and not get into YouTube again. It's been YouTube lately. TV doesn't bother me. YouTube does. The thing I don't really watch a lot of is reviews because I'm afraid to watch a review for a book that I have not read because I don't like knowing much before going in. So I tend to only watch reviews for books I've already read. Let me know your thoughts on that because I want to put some reviews up, but I also don't want to spoil anything for anybody. So I guess maybe proceed with caution if I do. I will do my best to make it an un-spoiler, but at the same time, sometimes those little things that even the dust jackets say are spoilers. So, yeah, I will see you guys soon. Bye. I'm sitting on my porch, and hopefully you can hear me over the dogs, birds, chickens, traffic, and just life here on Guam. I am almost done. I have 2 chapters left. But I have a women's midweek to go to, so I have to put the book down for right now. I was hoping to be able to finish it, but I literally have to leave in like 10 minutes. So I have to put the book down. I'm so angry at it right now. I knew it was coming. It tells you spoilers at the beginning of the book. You know what Lincoln's fate is to begin with. I haven't gotten that far yet. He's still alive in my book. But you know his fate because it's history. You know it's going to happen. It's just all the garbage that this poor character has to go through. And there's a part of me that's like, it's having a hard time separating the character from the actual person. I know this is a character. I know this is based on a character. But I can't help but wonder how much of it's real. How much of the family crap that I'm reading in this book is real. Because that's the worst part of the book. It's not these horrific, gruesome scenes throughout the book. It's the family. It's his life. It's the stuff that he went through. And now I'm really, really curious to find out how much of this is fiction and how much of it's real. What happened to his parents? What happened to his family? You know, his wife, his children. What happened to all these characters in this book that I'm reading about? All the heartbreak and the garbage that his family went through from the time that he was like 9 years old. I'm curious how much of it's real and how much of it's not. I don't want to say any more because I don't want to give anything away. I mean, there are spoilers from the beginning of the book on. If you're paying attention, there's spoilers. You know stuff that's going to happen. But it's hard to believe it when it actually comes. It's like, no, I knew that was coming. I read that was going to be coming, but I didn't want to hear about it. So I'm a little heartbroken, I'm a little sad, and I'm a little wrung out. So I'm going to put the last 2 chapters of this aside, go to my little meeting, and come home and have dinner with my family, and then I'll finish it today. So I will give you guys another update soon. Bye. Hi guys. I just got done filming a series post that is a rambling mess and I may not put up. But if I don't, then just know that it's there. But this is a little update on what I've been doing. I finished the Vampire Hunter book last night. It was really good. It was kind of sad. It was interesting. It was twisty. It was turny. And I think it's a good read. It was definitely written weird. The Lincoln parts where he wrote from his journal were definitely written in an older tongue, where the rest of the book was kind of written now. So it was definitely a really interesting combination, but I liked it a lot. So now I have to move on to the 3rd book. I think I'm gonna read Geekerella. I kind of read the first little bit of Geekerella and Carry On, and I think I'm gonna read Geekerella. We'll see. I'll let you know later. Hi guys, it is Wednesday night, almost 8 o'clock, and I finished reading I think I told you this earlier. I can't remember. My brain's not working anymore. Vampire Hunter. I finished it last night. Yeah, I told you this already. I won't tell you again. And I decided to start Geekerella. Ta-da! Geekerella. And I am about 110 pages into it. Trust me, I am not the fastest reader, but I'm enjoying it a lot. It took me a few pages to get into it, but I read the first few pages of this and the first few pages of Carry On and decided that I like this one a little bit more. Plus it's shorter and I want to be able to finish this before the end of tomorrow. because I wanted to have at least 3 books for this bookathon. And if I finish this one, I may move on. Anyways, so yeah. I'm thinking 3 will be a good number. I'll be happy with 3. Pat's not even to part 2 of his only book. I really need other friends, other bookish friends. So next time there's a BookBuddyAthon, anyone want to be my friend? Because my husband sucks at this. I love him desperately, but he is not a reader. Nor is anybody else in my house, or my family, or 99% of my friends. Come on, I need reading people. I need book people. I have one friend who is kind of a book person and another friend who's kind of a book person. But neither one of them read a ton. They're not total book people, they're just kind of book people. Kind of where I was for like a year, about a year ago. I was for like a year. I was in that I love books, but I wasn't reading very much. But yeah, so I need new book friends. If you want to be my book friend, let me know. Hi guys, it's the last day of the BookBuddyAthon. Like I said, my book buddy sort of gave up on the book, and I know he'll like it if he gets into it, but he hasn't been reading it. Me, on the other hand, I finished book 3. This is Geekarella. And it was the 3rd book that I decided to read out of the group. I kind of read the first chapter or so of this and of Carry On and decided on this one instead. I didn't do anything yesterday. I am a very slow reader, so let me just say that to begin with. And this book is 319 pages long. That's a lot of reading for me. And I did it in one day. And I totally have a book hangover right now because I stayed up until almost 4 a.m. reading it. I loved it so much. I only gave it 4 out of 5 stars because it did take me a little while to get into. And of course it's a Cinderella retelling, so it's kind of predictable. But I am kind of brainstorming doing an actual review on this because I haven't seen much done on it yet since it's still pretty new. So let me know if it's something that you'd be interested in. I may end up doing it regardless. I haven't done a review on this channel yet, and I would like to do a review, and I figured that this one is something that's still fresh in my head. It's so fresh, in fact, that I have a headache from reading it so much. I don't know if I'm going to get any reading done today. Today feels like a YouTube binge type of day, but I do still have part of the day left. Both the books I have left are too long to finish in one day with this headache. So I don't know if I'm going to get any more read. But I will definitely let you guys know. I will do a wrap up tomorrow for sure. Make sure to give you guys how many books I ended up reading, how many pages I ended up reading, and how Pat ended up doing. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you. This is the wrap up for my BookBuddyAthon. The last update I gave you was yesterday morning, and I had woken up after sleeping terribly and reading all night with a massive headache, and was pretty sure I wasn't going to read it all. And we had plans today. We went snorkeling for the first time here on Guam. Because of that, when we went and worked out, and I edited some videos, and I just kind of YouTube vegged and did not get any reading done yesterday because my head just hurt too bad. But for my very first readathon, I do think that 3 books is pretty legit. Sadly, Pat is only about 80 pages into the Vampire Hunter book. He was working stupid hours all week long. We're talking like 12 to 15 hour days. So basically all he was doing was going to work, coming home, eating, showering, sometimes working out, and passing out. And so reading was not high on his priority list. If he had 2 seconds to do nothing, he literally did nothing. So I don't feel bad for, I understand. I'm a little bummed. I was hoping that he'd be able to read at least 1 book, but I understand. However, I got 3 done. So the first book I read was The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. It took me a couple of days to read it. I started it just prior to the BookBuddyAthon. I got about 75 to 80 pages into it. I have the exact numbers written down, so I made sure I have an accurate page count for you guys. But I really, really liked it. It is an amazing book. I highly suggest you read it, but do keep in mind that this book takes place in 12 hours. And it's all about this boy who meets this girl, and he's trying to scientifically get her to fall in love with him. And they only have 12 hours together because she's being deported. And you know about the deportation before you even meet him. So it starts off with her, and it tells you all about the deportation. And so as cute and funny and sweet as this book is, there's always that underlying about knowing that what's coming. You know what's coming because she tells you all the way through the book that she only has this one day. And I couldn't give it 5 stars only because that undernote was so sad that I thought about it the entire time. And if it wasn't for that little bit of an undernote that, you know, that always made you stop and go, well, they don't have any time together. It was an amazing book. I was very blessed that I read 3 really good books, and this was so good. So loved it. The next book I read was the book that me and Pat were reading together. Like I said, he got about 80 pages through it. I finished it, and that is Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, and I was pleasantly surprised. I wasn't sure what to take of it. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it. I do read adult books. I don't read them as often because I never know where to start. There are so many. And when you have YA books or even middle grade books, there's so many people out there telling you which books are amazing and which ones aren't, that you kind of have a gauge. They are usually fast paced, they have really wonderful synopsises, but you don't have as many options. So you can take all the YA books and all the middle grade books, put them together, and you'll have a couple of shelves versus tons of adult fiction. So when it comes to adult fiction, I never know where to start. And this one was just kind of a shot in the dark. Pat saw it, thought it sounded good, and we decided to go for it. He had the library copy. I bought one, hoping I was going to like it, and I really did. There's a lot of information in here about the Civil War, and it starts off with Lincoln going from 9 years old and ends up with his assassination. And I can't help but wonder how much of this book is pure fiction and how much of it is history. Because a lot of the information about the Civil War, I remember a lot of that stuff from when I was in school and learned about it. I don't know exact dates, if that stuff's right, some of the information about his family life and his mom and his siblings, his wife and his kids. I don't know how much of that's true and how much of it's not. But all I do know is that it was an amazing book, and it made me really interested to find out how much of that's history and how much of that is complete fiction. I'm assuming everything in here about the vampires is the fiction part, but there's a lot of history in here too, and I'm very curious about the history behind it. But it was really good. It's a little bit slower paced. It was harder to read because you're reading from Seth's point of view, because he actually has a prologue. The prologue is all about him getting Lincoln's diaries, and so the book is intermingling his writing with the diaries from Lincoln. And the diaries from Lincoln are read as though, you know, period, how you would normally write. And there's like little spelling mistakes, and things are spelt differently than we're used to spelling them. But overall, it was really good, and I was really glad to have it. It just took me a little longer to read than I was anticipating. The last book that I got is Geekerella. It was so sweet. It's predictable. It's a Cinderella story. You kind of know what you're getting into. Orphan child, step-parent, step-siblings, the Prince Charming. You kind of know what you're going to get into. It's a Cinderella story, and it's kind of predictable, but it is so stinking cute. The way they put it together, the little twists, all really cute. I was able to guess a decent amount of what was going to happen simply because A, it's a Cinderella story, and B, it's a, you know, romantic comedy, contemporary, so you kind of have an idea of what's going to go on, and you're going to have the basic plot points that all of these books have. but it was still really sweet. It was still so sweet that I couldn't put it down, and I read it all the way through the night, and I think I stopped reading at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I enjoyed it a lot, and I'm definitely glad that I own this one. This one is not a library book. Unlike The Sun Is Also a Star, which is a library book, this one is mine. And so I'll be able to read it again. I think it'd be something perfect for Elise to read whenever she's ready, because it is very cute, very sweet. It's not overly hard to read. There's not huge words in it. It's a lot of fun. I definitely like this one. And this was the last book that I read in the during the bookathon. I have not read anything since, but it just ended last night. So today all we've done is I edited a couple of videos. We went snorkeling and came home, took a shower, let the people across the street power wash their driveway, and then I'm filming for you guys. So yeah, just over 900. I want to say it was like 924. I have the exact numbers written down because I kept track of how many pages I read, including where I started with this one, to subtract those numbers. If I didn't have to subtract those, I'd be over 1,000. I know that for sure. But I had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to doing another readathon at some point in time. I will definitely try to find a different buddy next time, one that doesn't have the military time constraints that Pat does. But good books. Good. You should read them all. All right, I'll talk to you later, guys. Bye.